Hi, I'm Jeff Stokes. Welcome to Jeff's Daily Dose of Encouragement. Today I want to encourage you to be careful who you let in. I've just read the story of King Hezekiah, who was really sick and unto death, and Isaiah the prophet even turned up and said to him, look, get your house in order, you're going to die. And then after that, Hezekiah was really grief-stricken and cried out to the Lord, and the Lord heard him. And so then Isaiah sent and he was healed. That's in Isaiah chapter 38. Then after that, after he was healed, the king of Babylon sent a letter to him and everything like that to encourage him and say how he was pleased that he was well. And then Hezekiah did a foolish thing. Because the Babylonians were the enemies of Israel, and they were always looking to try and take over, and eventually, of course, we know the story that they got taken into captivity. But what happened was Hezekiah let them into every house everywhere, and basically showed off all his riches and everything he had, and just said, look what we've got. And of course the Babylonians, unbeknownst to him, just went, ooh, we can come back and get that stuff. And Isaiah comes out with a prophecy and says that everything, including your sons and everything's going to be taken away. They're going to come in and take it all. So that there's a big lesson in that, and it's that you've got to be careful who you let in, because if they're agents of the enemy, and I know that Jesus said, love your enemies. That's right, we're supposed to love our enemies, but we still need to be wise about who we let into our most inner sanctum, if you like, of our lives and things like that. There are countries, for instance, in the world, in the churches, particularly places like China, where Christians have to meet underground, so to speak, and they have people that can infiltrate their meetings all the time, so that they can see what's going on, and then alert the authorities and have people arrested and shut down and things. And so you got to be careful. We're not so much probably in that situation in the West, but still there are people that do sneak in unawares, so to speak, and then spy out what you've got, etc., and only to do you harm. So that's my encouragement for you today, or word of wisdom, if you like. You'll read that in the next chapter 39 of Isaiah. If you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For whosoever shall confess that Jesus is the Son of God, God dwells in him, and he in God. And we know even that Jesus himself had Judas Iscariot as one of the 12, and let him, and knowing that he was the one that was going to betray Jesus, so he'd be crucified, and that was for a specific purpose. But in this case of Hezekiah, it was a foolish thing, because he could have protected Judah and Israel a bit more if he'd been a lot wiser. And we do need to have wisdom to protect our lives, our families, our fellowships, etc. So God bless you. Have a wonderful day.